Hey everyone, this is Finding Your Voice, and I'm Shannon, and I want to welcome you to the table today. I invite you to pull up a chair so we can talk about some pretty heavy stuff. Today's topic covers when tragedy strikes. Now, a lot of you know that there are many, many forms of tragedy. I mean, heck, the news this week alone, you know, watching a UPS flight crash and burn and kill. Car accidents happen. There's so many different forms of tragedy that it's heart wrenching. The tragedy I want to talk about today it's goes a little deeper than that because there's forms of tragedy where you can't avoid it. There's nothing you can do. And then there's those senseless acts of tragedy that when they hit, it rocks you to the core. And the kind of tragedy I want to talk about today, I am going to be honest with you. I do not have first-hand account in regards to the depth of this kind of tragedy. I can see writings on the wall when different scenarios pop up. And this situation that brings me to you today is no different. And the particular tragedy I want to talk about, I will not name names. I will not name anything, and I will try to be as vague as possible. Yet it stems deeply into men's mental health and also stems into when we don't heal our own stuff and we pass it on to our children so that they end up having to heal the stuff that we don't heal. And in all reality, there's probably not enough time in the day, let alone a year's worth of conversations that we could have that would make these kind of events stop. So let's at least scratch the surface. And if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments if you feel that we need to go deeper into this, into a podcast. My heart says we do. Domestic violence. I don't even know where to begin. And men's mental health, and women's for that fact. I mean, where do you start in a situation when it's in the home and people see the signs and they do the best they can with the tools they have, yet the outcome ends in a way that is horrible, tragic, and it leaves behind a lifelong, and I do mean lifelong, trauma for those left behind, whether they realize it or not. You have those who are on the outside, me, maybe some of you out there who saw the signs, kind of threw up some flares saying, hey, there's a problem here. We need to get some help into this situation. And whether it's because you live in a tiny community or you have these old, need to be gone beliefs that, oh, well, men don't talk about these things or women don't talk about these things or we don't bring this to the light because it's a private matter. But at the end of the day, all that's left is the kids. Especially when the tragedy takes a turn in such a way that both parents are gone once the event occurs. Who could have? Who should have? What could we have done differently? What calls should have been made? Those are the kind of questions that, again, we're just scratching the surface. That being said, I think it's high time we, as a community, as a society, and as a collective unit, need to stop. And we need to stand up for the men and the women who get caught in these situations and they don't have a way out. There needs to be safety. There needs to be safeguards. There needs to be people who are willing and able. The system's overwhelmed because we just don't have the resources, they say. But you know what? All these churches out here, all these organizations, step up. Let's give the support that's needed so that men and women and children alike realize that talking about mental health is no longer taboo. It is important for us to say enough. When will it stop? If it seems like I'm passionate about this, you darn right I am. Because this event should have never happened. And my heart breaks for every person involved. Those that are here and those who are no longer with us. And these candles were lit and have been burning all week after I found out. And if any of those members of the family happen to see this video, I want you to know this table is open for you to come and sit at so you can grieve and you can work it out. Because I'm going to tell you what, the alternative is only going to continue the cycle. We need to make it a safe place for people to be able to go, I'm not okay. Because even though I'm on the outside looking in, I'm not okay. And I would love to say there's a happy ending at this. In this situation today, I'm having a hard time seeing it. The only thing I can say is that maybe this will be the last time any other family has to go through such an event. The realist in me, though, realizes there'll be more. There'll be more families who have to suffer. So I'm going to tell you right now, violence isn't the answer. Picking up the phone and saying, I need help. I'm fractured and I can't do this alone anymore. Call your local church, call your local school, your teachers, somebody. Tell them what's going on. Whether you are the one that's doing the abuse or you're the one that's being abused. Ask for the help. And this goes for more than just domestic violence. This goes for everyone out there that's hurting right now. If you need help, put it in the comments. I need help. Someone will help you. You are not alone. We are never alone. We have our ancestors that had to do the journey before us. We have family. We have friends. You got pastors. Those of you who know me, really know that I'm not a religious person. But I am calling you out. If you were sitting there with your head buried in the sand going, not my problem. Well, guess what? Yes, it is. Because now there's innocent children out there without a parent or without two parents. There's brothers and sisters and mothers and daughters, fathers and grandfathers, cousins, all sitting there going, why? What could I have done different? Whether it's this situation or one that you know of. What can you do today that might break that cycle so the little kid doesn't have to grow up wondering why for the rest of its life? You know, to get away from that just for a second, I never went through a situation of this magnitude. My situations, which I will discuss in later videos, they were deep. And I'm going to tell you, I've spent my whole life wondering why. Why did it have to be like that? And now I realize as I sit here and I'm talking to you and we're looking at these candles burning for all the victims, it's so that I could be here today to let you know there is a better way to do it. It's called community. It's called developing a support network. And yes, before you go and say, well, they're already out there. Well, apparently they're not working. Or there are not enough of them. Or a million other reasons that we could come up with. All I do know is that it's got to change. Because it's just, it's too heavy. We can't do this alone anymore. We can't expect them to do it on their own either. That young lady out there listening right now, if you're in a situation, or heck, the young man out there, if you're in a situation and you're being abused, you pick up that phone. You put it in a comment, I need help. Help will come. I am here to tell you today there is hope. We can make a change. We can do better. And I truly, truly hope that if you're out there and you are the one doing the abuse, that this is a call to you for you to get help and go, man, do I want to leave my kids without a father or without a mother? Do I want my kids to have to go through this? And if that doesn't stop you from what you're doing, do you want to go to jail? No? Okay, well, how about get some therapy? Something. I won't keep you much longer because I know everybody's busy. Maybe that's the problem. We're all on our phones doom scrolling. Not my problem. I don't have to care. But when you live in a tiny little community like I do, pardon my English, but you damn better start caring. Because we all could have made a difference. Every last one of us. So, again, let me know in the comments Do you need help? Are you okay? Or do you have a suggestion of what we can do to get the system that's in place to function better? And this isn't about politics. This isn't about whether you're religious or not religious or whatever differences that keep us apart. That isn't what this is about. This table right here, this is a safe space. This is an equal, neutral territory. And the people who know about this table, they know exactly what I'm talking about because they've sat at this table and they know that I mean that. This table was built with blood, sweat, tears, and love. This table is something we all need to come back to, and we need to start talking like people, not through text, not through Snapchat, not through all these other social media platforms, because I'm sorry that keeps us disconnected. We need to come back to the table and start building new, build better, build stronger. So for anybody out there that's like, wow, she's on her soapbox. Yep, I am. Because I don't see too many people out there doing it right now. And I want to believe I'm not alone in wanting to see better for the young people out there. I sure hope that they don't have to go through the stuff that we've went through for us older generations, because I tell you what, things are only going to get worse if we don't say enough and we stop and we stand up and we start mentoring and we start growing and we start healing ourselves so that we can demonstrate to others what it looks like and how it can actually be better for them. Again, I appreciate your time and your patience and your support, and I apologize for my cat running across the table. Gotta have that real. Anyways, one of the things I have decided is I'm not gonna edit these videos and I'm gonna let them flow as they do. So thank you for your patience with the cat. I need your help here, people. I need you to help me build better communities. You can help build outreach programs. Let's get a grassroots movement going to get mental health, men and women alike. Let's get ourselves the help we need so that we don't have to watch this kind of tragedy happen again. It's really important, people. And if you don't think that it can't happen to you, oh, let me tell you how wrong you are. Because I do know the parties involved didn't see this coming. And rarely do they ever. I want to say thank you if you made it this far. Thank you for your patience as I did sit here, and some of you might call it a rant or a speech or a spiel, whatever you want to call it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your encouragement in those comments of what you think, what positive actions we can take to end all these terrible cycles that just really should not be happening anymore. It's 2025, people, come on. Children should feel safe. Husbands and wives, boyfriends and girlfriends, they should feel safe in their home. Again, reach out. Find someone safe you can trust to talk to. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me if you want this to be a full-on podcast and how we can get some stuff going for people. I appreciate you. Much love.